David Smith is the Guardian's Washington bureau chief and joins us now. David, what kind of approach are we seeing from the president on these emotional calls from these students?
I think one that's slightly gathering momentum. Donald Trump made a slow start to this. It took him some 20 hours after the shooting to make public remarks, which is slower than most presidents after tragedies like this. Then he was somewhat deflected by the Russia investigation. But this one feels different because many students are speaking out, both those at the school in Florida where their schoolmates died, but also from other schools, as your report mentioned, outside the White House today. So it looks like the president is being forced to respond in some ways, and a statement was issued today saying that he is open to considering some kind of change to background checks, a bipartisan bill in Congress, which doesn't go anywhere near as far as some gun control advocates would like. But it's a sign that Donald Trump's hand will be forced to an extent, that he does have to listen to this uprising, most notably from the students themselves.
Does he politically have the wherewithal to marshal the effort that it would take to move something like that through Congress, considering how many politicians get money from the NRA?
I think many would be very doubtful about that. His track record so far is that he failed with the repeal and replacement of Obamacare in Congress, and many criticize his approach to that. Republicans did pass some sweeping tax reform, and they praised Trump for his role, but many said he actually took a back seat and Congress got on with it themselves. But when it comes to gun control, some would say he's the last person who should be marshalling it because of his full-throated support for the National Rifle Association. In the past, he's really been in lockstep with them. Many would say because he regards it as a noisy, powerful, influential base of voters. I suppose you could argue that actually makes him well positioned to take a contrary view and say to Republicans, look, we have to do something. But in general, hopes are not high, despite his self-advertisement as a deal maker.
And what kind of a reaction to the president blaming Obama for not doing anything about gun control, and also slamming the FBI for being so focused on their probe into possible collusion?
That's right. There was a lot of criticism, again, of Donald Trump over the weekend. He tweeted that, he drew attention to the fact that the FBI did miss a tip on the gunman. They had been warned that he might try something like this, and he tweeted, the FBI is spending too much attention on the Russia investigation and not enough. And many felt that was in very poor taste to conflate the two issues, when in fact the FBI is a massive organization, and it's rather fanciful to say that resources were distracted. Today he's tweeting criticism of Obama for failing to clamp down on Russia. Some would feel maybe he has more of a point there. But basically, once again, Trump is trying to distract and deflect from what many see as the real issues, which are one, gun control, and two, possible collusion with Russia.
David Smith with the Guardian, the Washington bureau chief there. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.